Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another night of football here in the Wiregrass area. Scenic Cable Network is presenting another night of action for you on the football field. Tonight, we're in the fairly new stadium. I think it's about 3 years old in Rehobeth. And tonight, the Rebels of Rehobeth are taking on the Tigers from Eufaula High School, about 60 miles away from here. And coming into tonight's contest, Eufaula is 5-2 overall. The Rebels are 1-6. So the Rebels are looking for their second win of the season. So hopefully they'll be able to pull that off, and we'll be able to have quite a bit of action for you. The Rebels did win the toss and elected to receive, so of course they'll be able to touch the ball first, and then we'll see what happens with the Eufaula Tigers. Great national anthem tonight by the Rebel marching band, and they're all in pink tonight. You'll see them at halftime, and of course the Rebels, their hometown colors are blue and white, and since they're at home, that's what they wear. And of course the colors for Eufaula is red and white. We got red helmets, red letters, and white uniforms. Deep to receive for the Rebels is Colton Knight, number 2, along with number 6, Ladarius Fields. And we're about ready to get this thing underway. The official's about to whistle the ball in play, and we're ready. All right, here goes the kick.
Number 96 is set to kick off for the Tigers. Deep for the Rebels. Number 6, Fields.
It's a short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 20-yard line. So that only took 3 seconds off the clock before he touched it. So they're going to, Rehobeth will put the ball in play on their 21-yard line, 1st and 10 to go. And we have the Eufaula Tiger Band across the way, and a pretty good conglomerate of fans from some 60 miles away made the hour and 10-minute journey down here tonight. All set to kick this off. It didn't forecast all weekend for rain, for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And, man, it's a gorgeous night. We'll get a chance to show you the moon. It looked like it's full. And here's the first snap from center. And it hands off to number 5. That is Jalen Hollins. And we'll see where they mark his forward progress. Your quarterback is Trey Tate.
Stopped by number 4. And number 44.
So they're going to give him to advance to the 24-yard line. So that's a 3-yard pickup on that play. And the clock rolls with 11 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first period of play tonight. We have Fields, number 6, far on the far side. And we're going to get hit with an illegal procedure because Fields forgot what the snap count was. So they'll back him up from the 24 to about the 19-yard line on an illegal procedure call. So we'll do our next play from scrimmage. It'll be at the 19-yard line.
After the penalty, the ball
or it'll be 2nd and 12.
19-yard line. 2nd and about 12.
2nd and 12. We got 6 across the way. It looks like 16 to the near side. Drew Brown. Full house backfield. Hands off to the back. And he gets across the 20, maybe the 21, which was the original line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down, and
about a yard and a half on the play.
maybe we're going to call it 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Rebels.
The Rebels 1-4 in region play, and of course 1-6 overall. We had an opportunity to see them a few weeks back when they played Ashford over in Ashford, and it was a barn burner. All right, back to pass. He throws over the head of the intended receiver, number 19, Ty Halcomb, and it falls incomplete. That stops the clock at 10:25 left in the first period of play. And looks like number 40 is coming in to kick it, Zane Vickery. He is standing at his own 8. Maybe he'll put a foot into it at about the 11-yard line. Number 12, MacArthur McClendon, is the back to the far side. Up, and we get a whistle.
Flag on the play.
And I believe we're going to have a procedure call once again. Which is a dead ball foul. So it's illegal procedure.
Start on the Rebels.
So that's going to back them up 5 more yards. So
Brings up 4th down and about 14.
Vickery will be standing on his 3, between the 3 and the 4. Robinson, number 2, and number 12. Here's the kick. It almost was blocked. It's going to hit at the 49, rolls across the 50, and I believe it's going to go out of bounds at just outside the 48-yard line. So he gets a, but there's a flag back on the field back here.
There's a flag on the play.
So we'll hold everything. Looks like they're roughing the kicker. And if I'm not bad and mistaken, that gives them an almost an automatic first down. Of course, the rules in high schools has changed dramatically. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so they declined the penalty.
The penalty is declined.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Eufaula, who are 5-2 overall, 4-1 in region play. The quarterback is number 14, looks like, or that's 11, I'm sorry, Butler. Number 15 in the backfield, James Purswell. We got a couple of wideouts across the way, one to the near side, shotgun formation, 10-13, hands off to number 15. And he's going to be stacked up at the 45-yard line. That'll give him a loss of about 3 on that play. So the defense was ready for that for James Purswell. James Purswell was the ball carrier, and he did nothing. Matthew Lambert was in on the tackle there for the Rebels. And we're under 10 minutes and rolling of the first period. So it's going to be 2nd and about 14 to go for the first down. Shotgun formation once again. Your quarterback is number 11. Hands off to 15 again. And he's looks like he may get back almost to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see what they mark the forward progress. They're going to mark it at the 48. So it's going to be 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11 for the Eufaula Tigers. So we got from shotgun formation once again. You got your quarterback Butler. A couple of wideouts here to the near side. He's back to pass, and it falls incomplete. It was intended for number 2 to Jalen Robinson, and it falls incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The Tigers will have 4th down, 11 from the 48.
Going to bring up a 4th down, 4th and 11. So the Tigers did nothing on their series, a 3 and out. Looks like number 11 is back to kick, and that is your quarterback, Marcellus Butler. Puts a foot into it at the 37. It's going to hit the ground at the 22. Is rolling out of bounds at the looks like about the 11 or
14-yard line.
Okay, so it goes out of bounds on the 14-yard line. And if you'll motion that camera up while we're getting set for the next play, just pan up the top. We got a beautiful, gorgeous full moon out there tonight. Clouds in the sky. 40-50% chance of rain for today, and all we saw out in the Wiregrass was just some sprinkles as we come back down and get ready for the second series for the Rebels of Rehobeth under Coach Frankie Clark. Tate under center quarterback, hands off to his first back through. He's fighting for yardage. Looks like they're going to mark his forward progress at about the 18-yard line. So Fields looks like picks up about 4. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 with 8 minutes. And, the way they mark the chains there, they're going to give him 5 yards at about the 19-yard line. So just over 8 minutes to go in the first period of play. We got wideouts on the near side and far side. And Tate is the quarterback. Hands off to his running back, and he's going to be stuffed short of the line of scrimmage by a host of white and red-lettered jerseys from the Eufaula Tigers. They're going to mark the progress at just short of the 20-yard line. So that should bring up 3rd and 4 on the play as the clock continues to roll. Quarterback's in the center. He's got to play from the line of scrimmage, and we got one wideout here to the near side. That's number 6, Ladarius Fields, and he's back to pass for him. Complete for a first down for the Rebels to number 25, Logan Palmer. And he moves the chains to about the 37-yard. So that's a great pickup there for Logan Palmer for 1st and 10. That's the first down of the night for either squad. Of course, the Rebels are on their second series, and they've moved from their own 14-yard line to their own 37. 1st and 10. 6:50 left to go in the first period. Handoff to 15. He's fighting for yardage, and he gets up to the 40. That's 45. Sam Montoya, and he picks up several yards for a 2nd down and 3, right on the 40-yard line. Just under 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. Wide out to the near and far side, full house backfield. Quarterback number 11, Tate. He's looking to throw, and it's over the head of the intended receiver, number 6.
Tate's pass is incomplete.
To Ladarius Fields was the intended receiver, and it was way over his head. The only person that was close to catching it was number 40 for the Tigers, Thomas Espy. So we got a 3rd and 7 situation. Wideouts to the near and far side. That's Fields across the way. And Brown to the near side. And we're going to ramble for about 3 yards on this 3rd down play.
Number 5, Hollins.
So Jalen Hollins gets about 2 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 yards to go.
4th down and a long 4.
So back to punt is number 40, Zane Vickery. So Vickery looks like he may be he'll be standing on his own 34-yard line. Should put a foot in it at about the 32. Same 2 backs as before. Back nice. It's touched. And it's going to roll dead at the 37-yard line. Partially blocked by the Tigers.
At the Tigers' 37-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eufaula Tigers, and this will be their second series. They did a 3 and out, as did Rehobeth on their first series. And then they did pick up one first down and did some a couple of spark there for some good yardage. Handoff up the middle for number 15, and that is James Purswell.
About 5 yards on the play. Stop.
And
3, Stroud.
Justin Stroud got on the tackle along with number 25, Logan Palmer. Clock rolling at 5:05 to go in the first period. It'll be 2nd and 5. Man in motion coming this way. Hands off to number 2. Tries to turn a corner. Reverses his field. And he's going to be thrown for a huge loss back to the 28-yard line, along with 77 Jesse Richards. And number 6 was back there too, Fields. And that's a big loss. It's got to bring up 3rd down and about 17 or 18 yards to go as the clock continues to roll at 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. So Butler takes it back up, and we have a whistle.
There's a flag on the play.
So that stops the clock. We'll see if the Rebels jumped or if it was a procedure call against the Tigers. That stops the clock at 4:23. All right, here comes the call. Illegal procedure. So they're going to back it up 5 more yards. And it's going to be 3rd and about 22.
Brings up 3rd down and 23 for the Tigers.
So it's going to be at the 25-yard line. 2 wideouts across the way, 2 to the near side. As Butler looks to throw. He's got a man if he can catch it. Number 2. And that goes to Jalen Robinson, and he picks up 25, 35, 45. That's 30, 40, 50. Looks like about 45 yards on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eufaula Tigers.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Right in the backfield with him is number 14, Raqueen Kelly. Back to throw once again over the head of the intended receiver, number 12, MacArthur McClendon, and it falls incomplete with 3:53 left to go in the first period of play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Rebel 25-yard line. So as we get set for the next play, quarterback Butler gets his play from the sidelines. He's got 2 wideouts across the way, 2 to the near side, with 1 guy in the backfield with him. And he comes in motion. It takes a handoff, and he's going to throw, and it's just out of the reach, and a flag is going to be called. The intended receiver was MacArthur McClendon, and there's a flag on the play. And so if that's the case, it'll be a 10-yard penalty against Rehobeth as the officials talk it over. You can see the big Rebel down about the 40-yard line walking behind the squad of the Rehobeth Rebels tonight with a big black hat. Okay, well, that goes against the Tigers. So let's see what we're going to back it up. I'm trying to remember how many yards that is. I think it's just 5. As they mark it off, we'll be able to tell. 3:46 left in the first period. Yep, it's a 5-yard penalty. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 15 now at the 30. So they got to get to the 15 from the yard line. From the 30-yard line, they got to get to 15 for a first down. 3:46 left. Butler is your quarterback. In the backfield is Kelly. And number 2 is one of the wideouts across the way, 2 to the near side. In motion is number 14, and That should be it. That's probably a.
Fumble on the play.
I think they're going to say his arm was in motion. But we'll see. You know, it's a judgment call on the officials. We'll see what the call is here, and it's just going to be an incomplete pass. So back at the 30 again.
Correction. Incomplete pass on the play.
So, you know, like I said, that's a judgment call on the officials. They ruled that his arm was in motion when it was hit. Of course, that's a split-second decision. So here we go with third with 3:38 left to go in the first. Back to passes number 11. He lifts it off to number 15, tries to turn the corner, and we got a flag across the way as Kelly goes out of bounds, which stops the clock at 3:29. We'll see what the call is. As the official is coming over to talk, we'll see what his motion, what his call is going to be. It's going to be holding against the offense, so that'll, if I'm not badly mistaken, that's from the spot of the foul. We'll see if I'm correct. Yep, it's from the spot of the foul. So they're going to back it to the 32-yard line with 3:29. So it'll be third and about 18 from the 32. So still got to go to the 15-yard line for the first down. Butler in shotgun formation. 14 in motion across the way. Back to pass. He's got a safety net off to his right. Number 2 looking. Goes for the end zone. And it falls incomplete. Intended for Raquan Kelly. And just falls incomplete. Stops the clock at 3:12 to go in the first period. So it's a fourth. It's a fourth down call. And the line of scrimmage is the 32. Looks like... apparently they don't have a kicker that can kick them long field goals. In high school, you really don't have that much. So this is either going to be a quick kick or they're going for it on fourth down. Back to pass. He's looking over the middle. Complete. It's going to be first down as he gets down to the 10-yard line. That's number 2, Jalen Robinson. And so Robinson picks up great yardage. They had to get to the 15 for the first down, and they go for it. And it's on the 10, so it's first and goal. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Back to pass, he looks to throw to 15, and it's a little wide to his left. That was James Purswell, and it falls incomplete with 2:50 to go in the first period. So second and goal for the Eufaula Tigers. As we are near the end of the first period of play tonight on a gorgeous evening. It's cloudy skies, of course, but it's just a great night for football in the fall. Back to pass again is number 11.
Number 11's pass. Number 2, Robertson.
That touchdown to Jalen Robinson. Stops the clock at 2:44. So that was a 10-yard pass. So we are coming up for the extra point attempt. So we'll place the ball down on the 10, and then you add 10 yards to it, so it'll be a 20-yard extra point attempt by number 40, Thomas Espy. Places it down, he kicks it, and I believe it's good. So the PAD good. So with timeout on the field, 2:44 left in the first period. The score is the visiting Eufaula Tigers 7 and the hometown Rebels 0. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 2:44 left to go in the first period of play. The score 7-0 as the Eufaula Tigers just mounted a nice drive from about their own 35-yard line on a big fourth down play. Got it to the 10, and first down, first and goal, and 2 plays later, it was a 10-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Robinson from Butler. And here's the end over kick. It's going to hit at the 20. And that's going to be that.
24 picks up the kickoff and returns it for a touchdown for the Tigers.
And that's exactly what it is. We're seeing what the official is going to call, but that's what it should be. Nobody touched the ball, and it had gone 10 yards. So everybody's whizzing around here, and we're talking, and the official. They haven't put points on the scoreboard yet. 2:36 left in the first period of play. Apparently they're like in college football, there's no instant replay, so the ball's going to be placed down first and 10 on the 20. Looks like the 23-yard line. Well, let's see. No, it's going to be first and.
Tigers recover the kickoff.
Okay, there we go. So we finally got that. So the Tigers recovered it at the 23. So they've got 2:36 to go to try to put another 7 points on the scoreboard. I think the Rehobeth receiver thought the ball was going out of bounds, so he didn't really touch it or anything. So. Great break for the Eufaula Tigers. I guess that's why they're 5-2 overall in the season. Shotgun formation, back to pass. He looks, he throws across the middle. It's knocked away.
Butler's pass is incomplete. Brings up second down for the Tigers.
Let's see, number 2 for this Colton Knight for the Rebels got a hand on that. And the intended receiver was number 14, James Purswell, and it falls incomplete. 2:29 to go. It's still it's second and 10 from the 23. Handoff up the middle, and we have a whistle on the play. So that's most likely a procedure call against the Tigers. We'll see what the official calls. It's a dead ball foul.
There's a flag on
and the illegal procedure is the call. False start.
Second down and 15.
So it'll be second and 15 from the 29-yard line. And we've only ran off about 7 or 8 seconds since Rehobeth scored and recovered the fumble. Or recovered the ball, and that gave them pay dirt at the 23. But it's now second from the 29. Pass over the middle to complete to number 2. He looks like he may go all the way. And number 2. Oh, and there's a flag, and there's going to be a that's going to be a 29-yard touchdown pass.
Blocking it back on the Tigers.
Okay, all right. Well, that will back off that touchdown. So that's going to be from the spot of the foul, and that's the flag is on the 15. So they're going to mark off the yardage from the 15-yard line. Clock stopped at 2:14. We're about 25 minutes into the start of this game, and we're not over the first period yet. So a block in the back puts the ball at the 26. So it'll be second and about 13 with 2:12 as the clock starts rolling. Shotgun formation for the quarterback. Butler. He passes to number 12. 12 is going to be, well, he's still on his feet. His forward progress is going to be to the 23-yard line. So McClendon picks up the pass and weaves around and is able to pick up about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. with a minute 38 to go in the first period. 2 wideouts across the way. 15 is in the backfield. That's Purswell with his quarterback Butler. 1 wideout across the way. Oh, intercepted by the Rebels. Across the 40, 50, down to 40, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 38-yard line of the Eufaula Tigers. Oh, man, that was a sure touchdown. And, wow.
They were turning all the way back to the Tiger 37-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the, it's going to be the 38-yard line. I'm sorry, 37-yard line, a minute 16 to go. I was unable to pick up the number in the excitement, but the ball was tipped, and a Rebel was able to come down with it, and he caught it and rambled for big yardage. So the Rebels are 1st and 10 from their Tiger 37. Shotgun formation, hands off to the number 6. He gets to the 35. That's going to be a 2-yard on the play. Second and 7. Of course, they have, we're under a minute to go. If they're wasting a lot of time here. They're just milking away. Of course, that's it's not half, so they still got time. So I guess they're just methodically taking their time as we fall under 35 seconds to go in the first period on a 2nd and 8. Up the middle is number 1, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of yardage. That's Reggie Williams.
Stop for about a 2-yard loss of play.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and about 9.
3rd and 9 at the 36-yard line. We're at 10 seconds to go in the first period of play. Doesn't look like we're going to get one off. So there's going to be timeout on the field. The score is Rehobeth 7 and Eufaula 7, Rehobeth 0. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. All right, we're ready to start the second quarter of play tonight. We ended the first quarter on with 2:44 left in the first. It was a 10-yard pass play to Jalen Robinson from quarterback Butler, and the point after touchdown was good for the Rebels. So they have mounted their own drive. They got a 3rd and 9 here with number 6 in motion. And it's a pass to 25 at the 15, 10, 5, drops the ball.
Number 11 takes pass, complete. Number 25, Palmer.
So that's a great pass play to Palmer. He gets it down to the 5-yard line. So it's a 1st down for the Rebels, and they're in that red zone territory. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line of the Eufaula Tigers. So could be a nice little turn of events here. On the first play from scrimmage, they pick up some big yardage. 1st and goal at the 5. Full house backfield, wideouts near and far. And number 5 is going to be thrown for a loss. That's Hollins.
Number 5, Hollins stopped for about a 1-yard.
Jalen Hollins loses 1. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6 as they mark his forward progress. Just a yard short of the line of scrimmage. So Tate has the call from the coach. And we're going to have one back, number 19 to the far side. That's Ty Halcomb. And number 6 here to the near side, Fields, with Tate at quarterback.
There's a flag on the play.
And usually that's a 5-yard penalty against the offense. We'll see what the call is. Yep. So that 2nd and goal from the 6 is going to be 2nd and goal from the 11.
First and goal from their 12.
Well, if they were the 6. Oh, well. They marked it on the 12 anyway. Maybe they just didn't. Well, that's right. It was 6 and 5 is 11. So they took a yard away from Rehobeth on that play. Pass into the end zone intended for number 80. And there's going to be a flag. So it'll be first and goal from the 1. With 10:31 to go in the first half of play. Just a long incomplete pass, but there's a flag on the play. A lot of bumping and grinding going on there with the guys in white against the intended receiver, number 80, the blue guy, blue uniform, and that is Trey Truitt. And we'll see what the call is going to be. It is pass interference. So
Automatic first down for the Rebels.
And that should be a first down from the goal line. So they're going to mark it on down. Well, they're going to mark it to the 6. Okay. Half the distance to the goal. Okay. We'll take that too. I'm sure Rehobeth will love it because they got a new set of downs. And Eufaula has called a timeout with 10:31 to go in the first half of play. The score is the Eufaula Tigers 7. The Rebels of Rehobeth are threatening. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. With a second and goal from the 6 with 10:31 left in the first half of play. It's 7-0 Eufaula, and the Rebels are threatening. Number 25 is going to get maybe inside the 5. After Eufaula took that timeout, so 54 lost his helmet, so number 50 is going to come in to replace him. That's Darren Thompson.
Rebels have third and goal from the 5.
Third and goal from the 5. They gave him about a half a yard on the carry. Clock is rolling. We went just under 10 minutes. It's about 9:50 to go in the first half of play. The score 7-0 Eufaula. The Rebels need to put it in here from just outside the 5-yard line. And now the Rehobeth Rebels take a timeout with 9:40 left in the first half. It's 7-0 Eufaula. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. All right, the Rebels are faced with a third and goal from just outside the 5-yard line, so they really need to take it in on this play. They've called a timeout to get the call that they actually want. Your quarterback, Trey Tate. We got number 6 flanked to the far side. That's Fields. And number 80 here, Truitt to the near side. Two guys in the backfield. Number 80 to 25 is a touchdown. So that's 9:36 left. It's a 5-yard TD. With 9:35 left, the Rebels put 6 points on the scoreboard from quarterback Trey Tate to 25 Logan Palmer, put it in for 6 points. And we're just an extra point attempt from a tie ball game. Zane Vickery will kick from the 10. He kicks, and it is going to be good.
It is good.
Yeah, so a timeout on the field, 9:35 to go in the first half of play, and we are knotted at 7 apiece. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. All right, 9:35 left to go in the first half of play, and Zane Vickery is ready to kick it off from his own 40-yard line, kicking it to 3 guys for the Tigers. Their deep back is Jalen Robinson, who has the Rebel score, and it's a pooch kick, and 24 calls for a fair catch at the looks like about the
calls for a fair catch.
that was probably a smart move on his part. That is Thurman Jackson, one of the co-captains for tonight's game.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
So the Tigers will put the ball in play, first and 10 from their own 33-yard line. 9:32 left to go in the first half of play. So we're all knotted up at 7 apiece. Number 2 gets the handoff around the far side. He's scampering for about 7 or 8 yards. That's Jalen Robinson.
About 9 yards on the play.
We'll see where they make his forward progress. They're marking it at the 42-yard line, so that looks like about a 8. We'll call it 9-yard pickup. We're going to call it an 8. 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 with 9 minutes to go. Here's the handoff. 15 crosses the 45, gets first down territory.
15 takes
And that is James Purswell. And
first and 10
so it'll be first and 10, stops the clock momentarily for them to set the chains. And we are set to resume here. Clock rolling at 8:46 to go in the first half. Skies are clearing. The moon's getting bright. A double reverse to 15.
15 takes a handoff again. Stop for about 1 yard gain. Stopped by number 52, Fields.
Yep, that's going to be about a 1.5 yards pickup. So we're going to call it 2nd and 9. The ball carrier was number 15, Purswell, and he got banged at the line of scrimmage and got it to the 49. Clock rolls, 8:10. 3 wideouts across the way, one to the near side. Number 2's in motion. Flip to number 2. This is Robinson. Turns the corner, and he's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
Gained about 5 yards on the play.
In the Rebel territory.
Brings up 3rd down at about 4.
So we're going to call it 3rd and 5 with the clock stopped as the play took it out of bounds. So 3rd and 5, 1 wide out, 2 wide outs across the way, 2 guys in the backfield with a quarterback. He hands it to Robinson again. Robinson is going to be stopped short.
Takes handoff again. Gains about 2 yards on the play.
2 yards on pickup. And
Brings up 3rd down about 2.
So we're going to see what this 4th down play is going to be. It looks like 4th and a short 3 for the first down. Clock is moving at 7:30 to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, trying a 3-yard pickup here from the quarterback, number 11, Butler, and we got a whistle. And let's see who gets the timeout. It's a timeout against the Eufaula Tigers. So with timeout on the field, the score knotted at 7 apiece. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. A few minutes ago, that moon was kind of clear, but the clouds are rolling away as we get set for this 4th down and about a short 3 with 7:21 to go in the first half. And Eufaula is already 1 for 1 on 4th down. We'll see what they do on this one. Just a little over 2 yards to go for the first down. Empty backfield with number 11, the quarterback, Butler. 12 is in motion. Butler keeps it, and guess what? He's going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose about 2 or 3 yards on the play. So the ball will go over on downs as the Rebel defense has stiffened here and stopped this drive. So Rehobeth will take over on downs at their own 46-yard line, and 7 minutes and 13 seconds remains in the first half of play. I do remember several weeks ago when we did the Rehobeth-Ashford game over in Ashford. I'm telling you what, it was a barn burner. Ashford led just about all the way, and Rehobeth came back late and scored, and it tied and went into overtime. All right, here's the first. Hands off to number 45. This is Montoya, and Montoya is fighting for about 5 or 6 yard pickup. He's going to get about get to inside the 49-yard line of the Tigers. So we may pick up, yeah, a good 5 yards on the play. Clock rolls under 7 minutes on a 2nd and 5. We'll see what the Coach Clark has called on this particular series. Of course, the Rebels are 1-6 on the year, and Eufaula is 5-2. So we got a 2nd and 5. 2 wideouts here to the near side. Oh, and we're going to have encroachment against the Tigers of Eufaula. So that'll move the ball forward 5 yards on a dead ball foul.
Offsides on the Tigers.
So we're going to mark 5 yards, and that should be enough for the first down.
And after the penalty, that'll be good enough for a first down, Rebels.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Eufaula 43-yard line. 6:24 left in the first half of play, and we're tied at 7 apiece. 45 fakes a handoff to number 5. He's still on his feet across the 40, down to about the 35-yard line. Goes Jalen Hollins, and they're going to give his forward progress down to the 36. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 as we go under 6 minutes of the half. Well, they backed it up more now. It's 2nd and 3. So he picks up 7 yards on the play. Ball is placed on the 36-yard line of the Tigers. 2 wideouts here to the near side. Hand off to number 45, right up the gut. That's 5. Hollins took the gut right up the middle, and he gets to the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for the Rebels, and that moves the chains again, and they'll stop the clock momentarily as they reset the chains with clocks moving at 5:25 to go in the first half. Plenty of time for the Rebels. If they can take it on down, they got a new set of downs to move it. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 30-yard line. 2 wideouts across the way. Number 19 is Ty Holcomb, and number 6 Fields. Your quarterback is Tate, and 25 Logan Palmer
Flag on the play.
forgot what the snap count was, and he started a little early. So that'll back it up 5, so it'll be 1st and 15. Stops the clock at 4:59. First and 15 from the Tiger 35, as they just got hit with a procedure call. As Trey Truitt, number 80, comes back into the game. He's pretty tall fella. 2 wideouts here to the near side, number 80 and number 6, and he did not lead Truitt enough, and the ball falls about 2 or 3 yards behind him. So it brings up a 2nd and 15 from the 35-yard line. Ball sailed on Tate just a little bit. He meant to lead his receiver, but he didn't lead him enough, as the ball fell right behind him a couple of yards. 4:35 left in the half. It's 2nd and 15. And fakes a handoff, and nowhere goes number 5, Hollins, and he's going to be stopped at the 38-yard loss. At the 38-yard line.
Third down, about 18.
So it's going to be 3rd. It's going to be 3rd and 19. Just over 4 minutes to go on a 3rd down call. Play coming in to number 11, Tate. From number 80, Trey Truitt. As we go under 4 minutes. Number 6 and 80, we got Truitt and Fields here to the near side. Two guys in the backfield with their quarterback, Tate. Tate's back to throw. And it's complete to number 80 to the 26-yard line. Not enough for the first down.
13 yards on the play.
So it's going to be a fourth down play here with
Brings up fourth down, about 6.
with a 4th and 6. So he blows the whistle in play. So they got 25 seconds. So Fields comes to the sidelines, gets the play from Coach Clark, and they bark it out in the huddle. They got about 6 or 7 yards to go for a first down. They have to get to the 20 as the clock moves under. There's a delay of the delay penalty against. So that's got to be 4th, and now about 4th and 11 to go for the first down.
Brings up fourth down and about 11.
With the 4th and 11 play, clock is stopped at 2:48.
Timeout, Rebels.
So the Rebels want to take a timeout with 2:48 left in the first half. It's a 4th down situation for them. So we'll break away. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 2:48 left to go in the half. A crucial situation here for the Rebels as they're faced with a 4th and about 7 to go for a first down at the Tiger 36-yard line. Got to get to inside the 20 on this 4th down play. Fakes the handoff. Throws it number 80. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown for the Rebels. How about that? A 37-yard touchdown pass to number 80, Trey Truitt, with 2:42 left in the first half. And it's another 6 points for the Rebels on a great pass play from the 37. So that's a 37-yard touchdown to Trey Truitt from his quarterback, Trey Tate. And the Rebels lead for the first time. And the extra point attempt fails. So with timeout on the field, 2:42 left to go in the half, the score is 13 for the Rehobeth Rebels, 7 for the Eufaula Tigers. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. What a great touchdown pass caught by number 80, Trey Truitt. Good for, I believe, 37 yards. 37 yards for the touchdown. And they lead at 13-0 as Vickery's extra point attempt was wide, and we're set at 13-0 with 13-7. Rehobeth with 2:42 left in the first half of play. Zane Vickery will do the kicking, and the deep back is going to be Jalen Robinson, number 2. And of course, they don't want to kick it to number 2. Here's the kick. It's a pooch kick. And I think Rehobeth got it. An onside kick. We'll have to wait and see what the officials say, but they may have it. We haven't seen anything from the officials yet, but the onside kick. So let's see. We're waiting for a decision from the officials. Nothing yet. The officials are still talking. They're still discussing. Yeah, 2:37 to go, and the officials, yeah, They did it. The onside kick worked from Zane Vickery. Well, we don't have a clue who covered it, but it doesn't make any difference. With a 13-7 lead over Eufaula, it's still Rehobeth ball with 2:37 to go here in the first half of play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Tiger 45-yard line, just inside the 45. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 Rebels. All right, we got 25 and number 6 wide out across the way. Number 80 here to the near side. What quarterback keeps 35, spins forward for a couple of yards, gets looks like his forward progress to the 43-yard line. So we're going to give him 2 yards on the play on the quarterback keeper. 2:16 left, and it's 2nd and 8 from the 43. What a game the Rebels have played tonight with that onside kick and recovering it after a touchdown, keeping the momentum, wanting to take it on into the end zone. 45 gets it, looking up in the middle, 40, and falls forward to about the 40, just inside the 45, well, right on the 45-yard line. That's Sam Montoya, and they're going to give him 6 yards on the play. It'll bring up third and a good yard, maybe yard and a half. We'll call it 3rd and 1. 1:29 and counting as the Rebels trying to keep this upset tempo they got going, and they're going to get the first down on that. For the 1:15, encroachment is going to be the call against the Tigers. So that'll give them an automatic first down as they mark off 5 yards from the 30. Looks like the 36. So it'll be down to the 31. So that'll move the ball forward to just outside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. So 1:15 to go here. Start the clock rolling here. 2 wide outs across the way, 1 to the near side. Back to pass. Number 80 across the middle, headed for the end zone. And then guess what? It's a touchdown! It's a touchdown with 1:03. Number 80 gets a 30-yard TD pass with 1:03 left. To number 80. Wow. Looks like they're going for the extra point attempt here, which will be attempted by Zane Vickery. Can you believe it is now 19-7? Rehobeth shocking. The kick is in the air, and it's good. It's good. So with timeout on the field, the score is 20-7 with 1:03 left to go in the first half. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. What momentum do we have here following that onside kick with 2:42 left? And the Rebels just quickly march it downfield after they recover the fumble at about the 43-yard line and score. And there's still 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the first half. So we have Zane Vickery set to kick it off again from his own 40. This one is either going to be an onside kick, or they think it's going to be, or they're going to kick it over the head. Here's the kick. It's a pooch kick. 22 calls for the fair catch. And it's going to be Eufaula ball at the 34-yard line. That is Jeremiah Forte that caught that ball. First time we've called his number tonight. So 59.8 seconds left in the first half of play. And it's 66 yards for Eufaula to go in under a minute. Butler back to pass. He looks. That's complete to number 12. Stops the clock momentarily. MacArthur McClendon.
Number 12. Gained about 11 yards on the play.
So picks up about 11 yards, moves the chains with 53.3 seconds. So that took about 6.5. Back to pass again. Number 2 wide open. Catches it at 45. Goes out of bounds at the 40.
Number 11, Butler's pass complete. Number 2, Robertson gained about 12 yards on the play.
Robertson gains about 12. Number 6, Ladarius Fields. Man, the fans across the way wanted a late hit, but no such luck there for the Tigers. But there's 44 seconds left. 1st and 10 from the Rebel 43. Pass is incomplete.
Number 11, Butler's pass.
With 38.8 seconds left. So 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. So we'll see what Coach Daniel Clages attempts here with just 38 seconds left and a 2nd down play. It's surely going to be a pass. Back to pass is Butler. He looks, and it's going to be intended for Robinson over his head.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Well, I thought it was Butler, and it may be a Robinson incomplete. It was over his head. The ball hit the end zone, but nothing happened. So we're 3rd and 10 from the 43 with 32 seconds left. Butler has 3 wideouts across the way. Here's number 12 is going to get it, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line with 24 seconds left. It's going to be just outside the 31-yard line for Eufaula at the Rebel 31-yard line. 1st and 10, 24 seconds remaining. Great clock management here by Butler and his receivers to get out of bounds. Back to pass. He's looking. He's scrambling. He's pass to number 8. He's wide open, and he's going to take it in the end zone. So that's going to be a 32-yard line, 32-yard touchdown pass to number 8, John Gilmore, with 16.4 seconds. All right, they're going to attempt the extra point here. The pooch kick is up, and I believe it's good. And it's no good.
The extra point is good with 6 seconds left in the first half. Eufaula Tigers 13, Rehobeth Rebels 20.
So with 16.4 seconds left, the score 20-13. It's all Rebels with 58.6 seconds, Eufaula mounts their drive and takes it in for a score. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Fans, there are 16.4 seconds left in the first half of this ball game. There's been a lot of scoring here in this second quarter. It was 7-0. Then it was 7-0 at the end of one, and then right after about 2 plays into the second period, Rehobeth scored and went up 14. I think it was 14-7. I think that's right. And then they did a pooch kick and took it in and scored. And now with just 16.4 seconds, we'll see if Eufaula does their own version of an onside kick, or just be content to go to the locker room with a 20-13 score. All right, it's picked up at the 10, 15, 20. Across the 25, falls forward to about the 27-yard line, stops the clock with 11.7 seconds left in the first half of play. And in number 22 for Rehobeth, that's Robert Wilkerson, he is injured on the play, and he's having a hard time getting up.
There's a flag on.
And there's a flag on the play, so we'll see what happens here. as 22 limps off the field under his own power, Robert Wilkerson. And we'll sort out this penalty with 11.7 seconds left in the first half. Rehobeth leading it by a score of 20-13. So Rehobeth has scored 20 points in the second half and only 6 points for Eufaula. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Rehobeth.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rebels.
So that'll move it back to about the 15-yard line, I think. All right, so he's gonna mark off the yardage here. Let's see if it's about the 15. 15, 14, 14-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 11 seconds to go. And the quarterback is telling everybody, hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. He may just take a knee with 11.7 seconds. The quarterback is taped. Back. He takes a knee. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. And what a half it's been. Wow. 26 points scored in the second half. And at halftime, it is the Rehobeth Rebels leading by a score of 20-13. Got a great halftime performance from the Eufaula Tiger Band and the Rehobeth Rebel Band tonight right here in Rehobeth. It's halftime, 20-13. Rehobeth, you're watching the Scenic Sports Network. As the Rebels of Rehobeth come out of the locker room and lead by a score of 20-13, it was an exciting second quarter for sure, as 26 points were scored in that second period. 20 for the Rebels and only 6 for Eufaula. So, and they scored with 16.4 seconds left in the half. Rehobeth won the toss and elected to receive first, so they're going to kick off here the second half. And let's see what kind of punt we have, as they have 10 men up real close. And a fair catch is called by Robinson at the 35-yard line. Excuse me, number 6. That's Terry Schneider. So it'll be 1st and 10 Eufaula at their own 35-yard line. And we're 4 seconds into the third period of play. What a great performance from the band at halftime. As we heard the Tigers from Eufaula Marching Band, and of course the Rebels, and they're celebrating Breast Cancer Month, and the band was dressed in pink tonight. Great halftime show from them. 1st and 10 Eufaula, shotgun formation, number 11 Butler, 2 wideouts, far and near. Pass is in and out of the hands of Justin Stroud. It would have been 6 points for the Rebels if he could have pulled that one in, as the pass was intended for number 2, Jalen Robinson, and Butler just, he didn't let it, it was right to Stroud, and he didn't follow it into his gut before he took off running. All right, here's a pass, second and no yardage for number 15 for the Tigers, and that is James Purswell. And that's going to bring up a third, and it's going to be third and still third down and 10, because they barely gave him a half a yard on the play. So we're going to call it 3rd and 10. Clock is rolling under 11.5 minutes of the third period. First possession of the third period for Eufaula. And here's the pass. It's going to go to number 2, and he's going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss. Robinson just could not do with it. Number 17 for the Rebels in there, and was able to stop it. for about a 2-yard loss on the play. So it's 4th and 10. Clock is stopped at, well, it now is rolling at 10:50. And back to punt is Jalen Robinson. And he's going to punt from about his own 21 or 22. It's a low one. It's a 22, and it's a punt. Fair catch called by number 6, and he'll take it at his own 35-yard line, or 36-yard line. With 10:31 left in the third period of play, it's still 20-13 in favor of Rehobeth, as they scored 20 points in that second quarter of play to only 6 points for the Tigers of Eufaula. So that's where it stands, 20-13 in favor of Rehobeth. This is their first possession of the second half. 2 wideouts to the near side here. Shotgun formation for quarterback Tate. He delayed handoff to number 6, and he might get a couple of yards. That's Hollins rather than Fields. So he's going to get, well, they're going to give him about a half a yard. So it's still second. It's second 9.5, really. But we'll call it second 10, as that's what the official is. We're about 10 minutes left in the third period. Looking for the play coming into the huddle for Rehobeth from Coach Frankie Clark. Clock is rolling at the 9:50 mark. Got to hurry up and get it off. Delay of game is called, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. So it'll be second and 14.5.
Timeout, Rebels.
Well, the Rebels took a timeout instead of the flag. So we'll break away here at 9:45 left in the third period. 20-13 your score. Rehobeth on top. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. All right, so it's second and 9.5. So they were able to get the timeout called. So no penalty. 2 wideouts to the near side. Handoff to number 5, 6 with the ball. Crosses the 50. Sidesteps and goes out of bounds at about the 45-yard line in Tiger territory. Looks like they're going to make his forward progress to the 48-yard line, which is 2 yards inside the Tigers' side of the field. So it's a first down for the Rebels. First and 10 from the Tiger 48-yard line. 9:36 left to go in the third period of play. 2 wideouts here to the near side. It's number 19 and 80. That's Holcomb and Pruitt. Shotgun formation, and a mix-up in the backfield, and there's going to be a procedure call against Rehobeth. Tate was not quite ready for the snap, and that resulted in the illegal procedure or false start against the Rebels. So it moves it back in their territory at the 47-yard line. First and 15. 2 wideouts to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with your quarterback Tate. Hands up, fakes the handout to 45. Number 5, he breaks the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. So he gets that 5 yards back and about 2 extra for about 7 yards. So it'll be second down, and we'll call it 8 as the clock rolls at 9:15 to go in the third period of play. Plays in from the sideline from Coach Clark. And the Rebels are faced with a second and 8. Fakes the handoff to 45. Pass is just a little bit wide for Trey Truitt, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up a third and 8 with 8:51 to go in the third period. The Rebels are on the Tiger 46-yard line. 46-yard line, where it's about 8 yards to go for the first down. On the incomplete pass, the clock is stopped at 8:51. Two wideouts to the near side, 80 and 19. Holcomb, and it plays up the middle, and he crosses a 40. He looks like he's going to get down to the 40, and it'll be fourth and 1. Number 40 is coming out on the field, and we'll see what the play is here. That 1 looks more like a 2 on this fourth down from 40-yard line for the 40-yard line. So I believe they would be more safe in kicking the ball away. There's a lot of football left here, and they only lead by 7. And they're going to go for it, and they do not get it. They do not get it. They get to the 40, and they needed to get to the 38. So it'll be first and 10 for the Eufaula Tigers at their own 40-yard line. 8:04 left in the third period. So we'll see what happens here. See if that fourth down play hopefully doesn't come back to haunt the Rebels. Shotgun formation. Hands off to Robinson at the line of scrimmage. No, excuse me, that's number 15, Perswell. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards, 2nd and 5 as he gets to the 45. Clock moves at 7:45. And a 2nd and 5. Butler, your quarterback. Robinson in motion, back to pass. He's got a man wide open if he gets it to him. And it's complete. Down to the 10, 5, into the end zone goes. That pass was complete to number 12, McClendon. And that is that's about a 55-yard touchdown pass to number 12, Arthur McClendon, to bring the score 20-19. Point after touchdown is kicked.
And the extra point is good.
It's good, just barely. So we're tied at 20-20 with 7:28 left in the third period of play. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 7:28 left in the third period of play. That fourth down call that Rehobeth tried for really came back to haunt him on that one. It only took them 2 plays to complete that 50-yard touchdown pass to Arthur McClendon with 7:28 in the third. Here's the kickoff. It's an end over end. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line, and he's going to fight for yardage to about the 24. And
44 Thompson receives to kick off.
So Cade Thompson called for the fair catch. And, well, no, he came back and caught it, but he dropped it at about the 20, and he gets to just outside the 25-yard line, where it's first and 10 with 7:20 to go in the third, and we're knotted at 20 apiece. As the Rebels, in 2 plays, went 55 yards for the touchdown and made the score 20-20. Short yardage up the field to Montoya. We'll see what his forward progress is to 39. So 2nd and 7 on that 3-yard pickup, as we're about to go under 7 minutes of the third period. Tate into the huddle to call the next play. And they break quickly and come out to the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to roll at 6:45. We're scored at 20-20 right now. Tate takes a snap, fakes a handoff, passes to number 6. And his forward progress is going to be about the 30-yard line.
Number 11 takes pass, complete. Number 6 fields.
Yeah, they're going to mark his forward progress to the 30.
Play brings up 3rd down and 6.
So 3rd and 6 after a 1-yard pickup. Clock rolling at 6:10 of the 3rd period. Rehobeth hanging tough with the Eufaula Tigers tonight. To be a 1-6 team, they're giving it a 200% effort here tonight. 2 wideouts across the way. Back to pass to number 80. Intercepted at the 46-yard line.
11 takes pass, intercepted by
Number
number 7.
7, Garrington Flowers, intercepts at the 46-yard line in Rebel territory with 5:37 left in the 3rd period. So the Rebels have lost their momentum that they had going in the half, even though there was a letdown with that score with about 16 seconds left. So we'll see if they can get it back here. Here's the pass. He's going for it to number 2. He's wide open, but he overthrew him about 2 yards, intended for Jalen Robinson, and it just falls as a long incomplete pass at the 5:29 mark of the 3rd quarter. Our moon is completely behind the clouds tonight at this point in the game. But it is just a gorgeous fall evening for mid-October 2013. 2nd and 10. Robinson in motion. Takes it the handoff. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage for about a 2-yard loss. It is Robinson.
Stopped for about a yard loss.
So it's going to be third and 12. 3rd and 12 with 5:13. And we have an injured Rehobeth player on the field. It's kind of late in the year to be having cramps, but that's what it looks like that they are administering to the Rebel of Rehobeth at this point with 5:11 to go. So the second half, it's been all Eufaula, as I believe that's 25. Yeah, 25. Logan Palmer, who scored their first touchdown pass, started their first touchdown on a 5-yard touchdown pass. So as most high school players go, he's playing both ways tonight. So it's 3rd and 12, 5:03 to go. Quarterback Butler still looking for the play from the sidelines. And he's all alone in the backfield. Here's the snap, back to pass. He looks. Intended for number 12, and the player slips down, and it's going to be a 48-yard touchdown pass. 48-yard touchdown pass.
48 yards on the play. Good enough for a touchdown for the Tigers.
Which brings the score to 26-20. 4:42 left in the 3rd. The extra point attempt is coming up. It looks like they might be going for 2 points. No. The place kicker, number 40. Thomas Espy places it down. He kicks, and I believe that one's good.
Next point is good.
So with timeout on the field, the score is now 27-20. It's Eufaula over the Rebels of Rehobeth. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 4:42 left in the 3rd period play, and the Rebels have come out and scored 14 unanswered points here in this 3rd period of play, and they now lead by 7, 27-20. So 47 points have been scored in about 30 minutes of play here tonight. A lot of football left. but the Rebels have got to tighten it up. We got Williams deep along with Fields. 22 is going to get it at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels.
Was fair call by number 22, Wilkerson. Rebels will have 1st and 10 from the 25.
So Wilkerson calls for the fair catch at the 25. So 75 yards away from 6 points. We'll see what the Rebels can do with it. Clock will start on the snap with 4:37 left in the third period. Number 80's wide out to the near side. 2 guys across the way. Hands off to number 5, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Fact of the matter is, he may lose. It may lose. I believe it's going to be a yard loss on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 11 as the clock moves at 4:17. 2nd and 11 of the third period. The Eufaula Tigers have regained the lead. After they held it for the first period. Back to pass. 22 across the middle, and it's broken up. It was just behind him. It was intended for Palmer. Palmer tried, he got a hand on it, but he had to reach so far back to get it. His motion would not allow him to pull it in, and it fell incomplete with 3.5 minutes to go of the third period. It's 3rd and 11. So we're calling probably, most likely, another pass play as we have double wideouts near and far side. Takes the handoff to 25, tipped.
Number 11 takes.
It was intended for Palmer, Logan Palmer, and it falls incomplete. So that brings 4th and 11 as Vickery comes out to punt. And he'll be punting from about the 15-yard line. .343, a 3 and out was bad for the Rebels on this particular one, but that's the problem. So actually, Vickery standing on his own 11 or his own 10. Put a foot into it at about the 15. Here's the snap. It's a good one. He kicks it, and it's a wobbly kick. It's going to hit the ground at the 50, 45, and it goes out of bounds at the 45. So Vickery's punt was unable to be fielded and went out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eufaula Tigers, who have just now taken over the lead by a score of 27-20 with 14 unanswered points here in the third quarter of play. 3:31 is the point total. There's the time left in the third quarter. It's 27-20. Back to pass, going for it. And the quarterback is going to be sacked by number 52, Nick Fields. And he's going to be dropped. Looks like he's going to be dropped where? At the 39-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 16.
2nd and 16.
So we need a couple of more like that, and the Rebels can get it back as we go into 3 minutes of the third period. Double wideouts. Back to pass as he just dumps it out to, and he may be gone. No, they were able to stop him at the Rebel 35-yard line. Pass is complete to James Purswell from the quarterback, Marcellus Butler, and they pick up big yardage. So it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Rebel 35-yard line. 2:35 left in the third. Shotgun formation. The passing game is on its attack for Robinson. He broke a tackle and shoestring tackle at the 25-yard line, but there's a flag on the play at the 30-yard line. That usually means holding or an illegal block in the back. It's holding, and that goes against the offense, so that that'll negate that play. As we wait for the Rebels, co-captain Jesse Richards to make the call. Looks like they're going to mark it off from the 30, so it'll be at the 40. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 40.
Ball be spotted on the Rebel 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
So 2:24.
1st and 15 for the Tigers.
1st and 15 for the Eufaula Tigers. All right, here's the play. 2:21 left in the third period. They change the play. Here's the snap. He flips a little pass out to number 15, and it's incomplete to James Purswell, and it brings up a 2nd and 15 from the 40 with the incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 2:05 of the third period. So 2nd and 15. Nobody in the backfield. 3 wideouts across the way. 2 to the near side. He throws. Oh, and he's going. No, it's incomplete. I thought was going to get a flag as the pass was intended to John Gilmore, as number 6 Fields was coverage on that play. 1:58 left in the third. It's 3rd and 15 from the Rebel 40. So number 80 for the Rebels comes back in. Trey Truitt, who's been very active tonight. We've called his number several times. Butler takes the snap, back to pass. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 80, Trey Truitt, as number 12, the intended receiver, McClendon, was unable to do it, but there's a flag on the play at about 49-yard line. And we'll see what the call is going to be. The line of scrimmage, it's going to be roughing the passer, maybe? No, holding.
On the Tigers.
Okay, so that's going to be, oh, they're going to decline it.
Is declined.
So that's going to bring up, that'll bring up 4th down at the 45-yard line. No, from the 40-yard line. If they take the play.
After the penalty?
Okay, well, they took the penalty.
On the Tiger 45-yard line.
So it's 4th down and forever.
Brings up
10, 20, 30.
3rd down and 20.
3rd down and 30. 10, 20, yeah. 3rd down and 30. First down's got to be at the 25-yard line. And they can pick it up in one swoop. Here's the pass. And he almost got it. Pass was complete to number 12, MacArthur McClendon.
Pass complete to number 12.
And
4th down and about 4 for the Tigers.
So it gets down to the 28-yard line, where it'll be 4th down and about 4. So, of course, the Tigers will go for it with 1:25 left in the third. So 4th and 4. Double wideouts to the near side, 1 across the way. Changes the play is Butler. Here's the snap. Back to pass. He looks. He throws. And it's going to be incomplete. As the pass was incomplete. was intended for number 2, I believe, and that is Robinson. No, that's number 12. The intended receiver was MacArthur McClendon. So it fell incomplete, so the ball goes on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 28-yard line. 1:18 left in the third period. Number 19, Halcomb, and number 80, Truitt are the wideouts across the way. Shotgun formation, hands off to Montoya. Montoya picks up about 5 or 6 yards as he gets to the 35-yard line. So we'll give him about 6 or 7 on the play with 1:04 and counting in the third period. So 2nd and 4 as we're under a minute of the third. This should be the last play of the third quarter, but we'll see what happens. We got double wideouts to the near side, 2 guys in the backfield with a quarterback. It's a handoff, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And that was number 5, Jalen Hollins. No gains. 3rd and 4 as we're 25 seconds and counting. Rehobeth really does not have to get to play, put another snap in before the end of the period because they are just now about to whistle the ball and play. So they're just going to stand around here for 10 seconds and wait for the third period to end. And it was a fairly exciting third quarter for the Rebels of Rehobeth, I should say for the Tigers of Rehobeth, as they put on 14 unanswered points and take a 7-point lead. After 3, it's 27-20 in favor of the Eufaula Tigers over the Rehobeth Rebels. You're watching the Scenic Sports. All right, we're ready to go with the 4th and final period of play. 47 points have been scored thus far in the game tonight. It's 20 for the Rehobeth Rebels and 27 for the Eufaula Tigers. And the Rebels take over 1st and 10 on downs. And we get at number 6, and he's going to get to the 40. That is Ladarius Fields.
Number 6.
And that is enough for a first down.
Yards on the play. Good enough for him. First down, Rebels.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line for the Rehobeth Rebels. Clock is rolling. 11:40 left in the ball game. 27-20 is our score. And it's Eufaula who scored 14 unanswered points in that third period to take a 7-point lead. Number 6 crosses the 45, spins forward to about the 45, 46-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 for the first down. So here we go with under 11 minutes the ball game. It's a 7-point lead for Eufaula. And it's 2nd and 4 for number 5. And he's going to get the first. Hollins picks up 5 yards, and that's enough for a first down at 10:44 to go in the ball game. They're only trailing by 7, so if they can keep this drive forward, they can tie it up. But that's several minutes away from the ball game tonight. As we put the clock back in motion at 10:39, it's 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Tiger 49. Shotgun formation, and we got maybe a procedure call against some motion from the line of scrimmage on the offense. as we wait for the play from the official. It is illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure.
So that backs it up. It'll be 1st and 15.
After the penalty, the ball will be spotted on Rebel 46. 1st and 15 for the Rebels.
So they go back into their own territory following that 5-yard penalty. So it's 1st and 15, and we're approaching 10 minutes and 15 seconds of the ball game. Number 19's got it, and he's overthrown by about 5 yards. That's Ty Halcomb. Stops the clock at 10:08, as Halcomb just was unable to run under it. So 2nd and 15. The incomplete pass stops the clock. So on 2nd and 15, 10:08. 2 wideouts here to the near side. In motion.
There's a flag on the play.
It looks like we're going to get another illegal procedure call. Yep.
Illegal procedure on the Rebels.
So it's going to be 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20, as they're shooting themselves in the foot here. Now they move back to the 41-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 20. So we're moving backwards. See what we do on 2nd and 20 now. In motion is number 80. He takes a handoff, tries to turn the corner, slips and falls as he makes the cut at the 40-yard line. That's Truitt.
About a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd down. And
so it's 3rd and 21. 3rd and 21 with 9:52 left as the clock rolls. So here comes the play in from the sidelines. Trey Tate has the play call from his coach, and we'll see what happens here. We got number 6 Fields to the far side, two wide outs to the near side, a little flare out to 25. He gets to the 40, 45, falls forward to about the 48-yard line as he picks up about 8 or 9 yards on the play. Stops the clock at 9:14 as he goes out of bounds, and he's going to get to the 49-yard. Well, it looks like they're marking it at the 48-yard line, still in Rebel territory, as we have an injured player on the field. So as an official timeout here on this 4th and 13. Number 14 goes out on the field. This is Tyler Meggs, a fresh, clean jersey. As 25 gets up, that's Logan Palmer. Just got the wind knocked out of him. So it's 4th and 12, and Vickery is back to punt, standing at his own 35. Here's the snap. Gets it off. It's a good one. Oh, yeah, it's a good one. Goes out of bounds at the 11 or 12-yard line. So that was a great punt from number 40, Zane Vickery, with 8:58 left in the ball game. First and 10 from looks like the 11-yard line. So 89 yards to go for additional points for the Tigers, with 8:58 left to go in the ball game. All right, they whistle the ball in play. We got 2 wideouts across the way, 1 to the near side. Shotgun formation. He hands off to number 15, tries to turn the corner. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, still on his feet, and falls forward to the 45-yard line. That was a run, folks, and that's the longest run from the night for Eufaula, I believe, as he rambled for some big yardage. So they moves it out to their own 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, as that went from the 11. So that's a 34-yard run. 8:40 and counting. 15 gets it again. He crosses the 45, gets up to about the 49-yard line, so he'll pick up about 5 yards.
Brings up 2nd down and 6.
Got a Rehobeth player injured across the way. Stops the clock at 8:29. He is he's moving around, so as they take a look at what's going on here, he's going to try to come up. And he's under his own power, comes off the field. Played a great ball game tonight. Garrett Bracken. I have not called very many tackles and guards and linemen on defense tonight. Of course, this guy was playing defense. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. 8:25 left in the ball game. Takes a handoff to Robinson, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. Gets it to about the 48.
Number 2, Davidson.
Needed the 45.
About 2 yards on the play.
So with the 2-yard pickup, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down, about 3.
3rd and 3 as the clock rolls under 8 minutes at 7:55. Here comes Robinson in motion. Here's the handoff to 15. He got the 1st down and more as he crosses the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. Is number 15, James Purswell. From the 36, they move the chains. So the clock stops momentarily for them to set the chains at 7:41, and we're back in motion. 1st and 10 from the 35. Butler all the way at quarterback. Looking to the sidelines. The clock is rolling at 7:25. 2 wideouts either way. In motion comes Robinson. It's a handoff to Robinson. He tries to turn the corner to the 35, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Brings up 2nd down and 5.
We're going to give him 6. 2nd and 4 on the play. 6:55 on a 2nd and 4 for the Tigers of Eufaula as they lead by a score of 27-20. They are attempting to go 6-2 on the year. They back to pass, and it's off the fingertips. Intended for number 8, John Gilmore, who caught a 32-yard pass there at the half. And he gets up slowly, kind of limping a little bit. So discloses a long incomplete pass. And I believe it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The incomplete pass stops the clock at 6:32. And with a 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation again. Hands off to 15. He's trying to get the 1st down, and he's going to be short of it. Short by about 2 or 3 yards. We'll see what the forward progress is as to the 30, and he needed to get to the 27. So it's going to be 4th down. As
Holloway, Jenna Holland, Molly
we're trying to
Smith,
decide whether they're going to go into
and Hannah Meadows just
to punt this thing for the first time, or if they're going to go for it.
Please give a round of applause to
So Robinson is going to take the snap under center. And there's a timeout called. Rehobeth with 5:46 left. This would be a crucial first down for the Tigers. The Rebels need to hold them here with only 5 minutes. They don't need to let them in the end zone. So we'll break away here. Scores 27-20, Eufaula with 5:46 left in the game. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Here's the situation on a fourth down with 5:46 to go. The Eufaula Tigers lead by 7, 27-20, and they need about 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards. We'll call it a long 3 for the first down. I believe they've gone for fourth down 4 times. They've made 3 of the 4. This would be their 5th. Robinson hands it to 22, and he gets it, and more. Crosses at the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. That will stop the clock momentarily as he picks up about 8 yards on that carry. So unless Rehobeth can get some kind of turnover of some description, it may be all over. Clock rolling now at 5:30 to go in the contest. It's new set of downs for the Tigers of Eufaula. Butler back at quarterback in shotgun formation. Looks, hands off to 15, and he crosses the 15. Nah, looks like he's going to get, they mark his forward progress at the 14-yard line. So
number 15 takes a handoff.
So to give him about 9 yards on the play for James Purswell. Under 5 minutes to go. It's second and a long one. Shotgun formation for Butler again. In motion's Robinson. They give it to 15 again as he does not get to the 10.
Takes a handoff again.
But that will be enough to pick up the first down, I believe. Yes.
Good enough for a first down for the Tigers.
So it's going to be first and 10 from the 11
from the Rebel 11.
with 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. 7-point lead, 27-20. That defense for the Rebels have been out on the field a lot during this second half. Man in motion. Robinson keeps it from Wildcat formation, and he's going to be dropped at the 15. So we're going to 4 minutes.
Stop for about a 4-yard loss.
So
down at about 14.
We'll call it second and 14 on a 4-yard loss as the clock continues to roll at 3:45. They're, of course, in no hurry to get this playoff as they lead by 7. And they just have whistled the ball in play, so he's still got about 15 or 18 seconds left. Robinson is wide out, looking into the end zone for him. And if throws short.
Number 11, Butler's pass, complete. Number 2, Robertson.
Well, it goes to Robertson. Gets about 10-yard pickup, and that's going to get it down to the 7. So
third down.
It's
6 on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8 for the touchdown. They need 7 yards to get the first down. Clock rolling at clock stopped at 3:18 on the out-of-bounds play. Here's the snap. He's back to throw. It's in and out of the hands of number 12, MacArthur McClendon, as just out of reach. So it's 4th and 7 or 4th and 8 for the touchdown. Stops the clock at 3:11. This would be a tremendous stance here for the Rebels. Oh, we're going to try a field goal. So he's going to mark it down at the 14-yard line. It'll be from the right hash mark. So it would be a 24-yard field goal. As number 40, Thomas Espy, looks to kick it, and I believe it is good. So with time out of the field, 3:04 left in the game. It's now 30-20. It's Eufaula over Rehobeth. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Well, that pretty well put a knife in the hearts of the Rebels. They have played their hearts out of this one tonight. A 10-point lead with 3 minutes left. That's a tall order. But we'll see what happens. It ain't over till it's over. And that's, as they say when the fat lady sings. I'm not accusing anyone in the stadium tonight of being a fat lady. But it's a 10-point lead for Eufaula. End over ender. It's going to go out of bounds.
There's a flag on the play.
So it's a moot point. It'll give Rehobeth a yard if they take the play, and it'll be first and 10 at the 25. But they're going to make them back it up 5 yards and re-kick it. So that didn't run any time off the clock. So excuse me.
Legal procedure on the play.
So kicking the ball out of bounds, we get new life with 3:04 as they would have had it first and 10 at the 24. So this time he'll be kicking from the 35. Number 96 is the kicker, Chase Haney. And he's going to field it at the 28. And he still got it 40-50. And he's going to fall forward to about the 50-yard line. We'll see what the forward progress was as number 17 carries the ball for about, well, it's going to be first and 10 at midfield with 2:57 left. So there's still some fight left in these Rehobeth Rebels tonight, as they are seeking their second win on the season. So we'll start the clock at 2:57 on the snap of the ball. First and 10, Rehobeth. They need a quick score and an onside kick. But let's don't get ahead of ourselves. Back to pass. Rolls out is a quarterback. Throws complete. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 80, Trey Truitt. So it'll bring up second and 10 from midfield at the 50-yard line. Truitt should have had that one, but it would have only been about a 3 or 4 yard pickup, so just falls along as a long incomplete pass. Clock's at 2:51. 30-20 is your score. Thanks to a field goal by Thomas Espy to add the 3 points on to make it 30-20. Back to pass again. He throws. Oh, it's an incomplete pass.
Number 11 takes pass. Incomplete.
It's intended for Logan, number 25. So that stops the clock at 2:41. 30-20 is your score, and it's a 3rd and 10 from midfield for the Rebels. They need 10 yards to keep this drive alive with 2:41 left. Clock will start on the snap of the ball. 2:41 is left in this contest. One block in the backfield for the Rebels. They need 10 yards. Back to pass. Number 80. Falls incomplete as number 80, Truitt, tried to catch it at the 25. So it's 4th and 10 from midfield for the Rebels. This is their last gas. Don't really need to go for broke on this one, but they do need to pick up at least 10 yards. 2:34 left in the ball game. The ball this will issue the start of the clock on this 4th down play. So we have a timeout for Rehobeth with 2:34 left in the ball game, and they're trailing by 10, 30-20. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. $2:34 left in the game. That following that timeout, Rehobeth this is their last offensive play of the game, most likely, unless they can pick up 10 yards. 2:34 left. We got 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 across the way. 2 guys in the backfield with the quarterback. And 76 gets it on a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
Garrett Bracken caught the ball, and doesn't make any difference. They will take over at midfield, are the Eufaula Tigers. So, you take the play. You don't give them another opportunity with the ball. While they're still discussing, no signal's been made.
Illegal touching on the offense.
Okay, declined, which is the right thing to do. So it's 1st and 10, Eufaula, with 2:27 left. So all Eufaula has to do now is run out the clock. We'll be doing nothing but running plays here in these last 2 minutes and 27 seconds. If they get 1 or 2 first downs, it's all over but the shouting. So here we go. 2:27 left. Richardson under quarterback. At quarterback. No, that's number 11. Butler. Up the middle. They grind for some yardage.
Number 22 takes the handoff. Gain about 4 yards on the play. Brings up.
So Jeremiah Forte picks up about 4, 2nd and 6, as the clock moves at 2:10 left in the ball game. Eufaula leads by a score of 30-20. For all intensive purposes, it's over. You just have to run out the clock. So 1:56 and counting on a 2nd and 5. For the Tigers. Here's the snap under center. Butler gives it to number 22 again, and he's nailed at the line of scrimmage at the 50. So he's going to lose a couple of yards, and the clock continues to roll on which will be a 3rd down. These Rebels are worn out tonight. Number 52, Nick Fields, is trying to stay in there with him. Officials have called for a timeout, but he's going to come off the side off the field. Nick Fields, and number 79 comes in, Rob Derrick, to play one of those down linemen with 1:17 left. Still waiting for Fields to get off the field, and he's finally off. So we start the clock at 1:16. Butler, your quarterback, number 11. He had, from the whistle, he had 25 seconds to get the clock off, get the play off. And we're now under a minute. Here's the handoff to 22 again. He's going to across the 50, 45-40, 35-30, cuts back inside to the 20, and he goes out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. He's going to mark it at the 14-yard line with 47.5 seconds left. 22. Jeremiah Forte scampered for big yardage. 1st and 10 from the 15. 47.5 seconds left. A 10-point lead for Eufaula, 30-20. And
Number 11, Butler will
the Tigers take a knee. And so they're going to have to snap it one more time. Because they only had 25 seconds to get it off. So I guess he'll take the flag because they are in no way trying to get this thing off. Well, maybe they will. I did got the snap, and that will wind it up. What a great game tonight. The Rehobeth played their hearts out. They fought hard, and they just couldn't muster the win. But they gave Eufaula all they wanted. So Eufaula goes to 6-2 on the night, and the Rebels fall to 1-7. And what a great game. 50 points scored by both squads. It's a 10-point win for Eufaula, and just what a great ball game that we've seen. That's going to wrap it up from the stadium here in Rehobeth, Alabama tonight, where the final score is Eufaula Tigers 30, the Rehobeth Rebels 20. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.